One of the most amazing resources that we have at our fingertips here in the Vail Valley is the Vail Public Library. And there's so much that's going on, and that's why we have Cricket here. Good morning.
Good morning.
So
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you for coming on. And I mean, we were just talking off camera. It is amazing what you guys have going on just in this week alone.
Just on a weekly basis.
Right.
We have yoga, we have meditation, we have Zumba, we have knitting. We have 3D printing. That's what we were talking about a little bit.
But this is all at the library, and it's all free.
It's all free.
It's amazing.
It is amazing. It
Okay,
really is.
so we'll start with the teens. So what are you guys doing with the teens this week?
This week with the teens, we have a 3D print workshop, and it's brought to us by a group from Denver. They're called Hypatia, I think is how you say it, Studio. And so, as I was just telling you, it's a couple, and the man was trying to figure out how to make a wonderful wedding ring for his wife, and they're both engineers. So they were kind of blending and making it with knots, kind of Celtic knot pattern. And she's like, okay, well, this is great, only it's steel, and I'm going to catch it on something and hurt myself. And then they decided to 3D print it, and they've taken this, to town now. So they teach people how to design it first and then print it. So we'll be making Celtic knots this week.
Oh my gosh,
So,
that is
so it'll be a little
cool.
jewel to take home.
How fun! And that's something that it's specifically for the teens this week, but
It is. It was Teen Tech Week 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
But the what did we call it? The cyclone. The
right.
The snow event.
The bomb cyclone.
The
Yes.
bomb cyclone. We had to push it back. So this has been rescheduled, and it's great because here's another opportunity to hear about it and maybe come. So that's on Thursday afternoon. There's going to be a flyer about it.
Okay.
up here.
And then also,
And,
but something that's really good to know is that you do have the availability to use these 3D printers, not just for the teens this week, but they're accessible any day of the year.
They're accessible Wednesday and Thursday afternoons.
Wednesdays and Thursdays
Our
afternoon.
Open studio in our tech studio, and other times by appointment. But
Okay.
in that tech studio, we have 2 3D printers. We have a green screen and a digital camera, so you can make movies or whatever you want. We have Oculus Rift. You can come in and do virtual reality, and then we have all sorts of little robots and things that go bump.
I mean,
So it's really fun.
amazing. It's so cool what
really
you
is
have
fun.
access to. And then to kind of go a more traditional route, One Book, One Valley. This is something that I think is it's really, really cool and such an inclusive way to get people to participate in reading.
It really is. And this year with a book that appeals to teens too, we kind of brought it down a little bit. I was hoping we'd bring it all the way down to kids, but that's pretty hard. That's a big stretch
Sure.
for everybody. So, so we have something for kids. We have One Book Colorado, which certainly isn't created by Vail Public Library. It's a statewide initiative, but that will be going on April 8th to the 22nd, and we will physically put a book in the hands of every 4-year-old we got our hands on.
Wow.
So there are 3 books that are, those are the 3 books that have been nominated this year, and one of them won and has been mass produced in English and Spanish, and so the sponsors' names of the One Book Colorado are inside the cover, and come to the library those 2 weeks and get your book.
That's so cool.
They'll be available at all libraries throughout the state.
Oh, that's so fun.
It really
One Book
is.
Colorado,
One
and
Book
then One
Colorado.
Book, One Valley. And then,
One
of
Book,
course,
One Valley.
we are almost out of time, but you did bring a book
I
with
just
you
brought
this morning.
to say, just in case you're not busy, at 10 or 11 this morning, we have story time.
Oh, how fun.
So, and we're going to have a bouncy story time today.
That's so cool.
So.
All right. Well, listen, Cricket, you do amazing work. Thank you so much for coming on and
Thank
just
you.
sharing what you're up to.
Yeah,
and
it's just
such an
check us
amazing
out on the
resource.
website. There's always something going on.
Always something going on. You hear that? VailLibrary.com. Check it out. There's always something. All right, coming up next, we have a look at that local weather forecast. This weekend could maybe be a good time to hit up the library.